Hello everybody and welcome to my kitchen. This is take 3 because my dogs will not be quiet today. So anyway, let's hope they're quiet now. So welcome to my channel, Stitching is Elementary. My name is Cara Lee and this is Floss tube number 6. So it's a channel about cross stitch and some quilting I will show at the end. Also, I wanted to thank all my new subscribers and welcome them, and thank everybody who's come back and watched more videos. And I had said a couple weeks ago, if I got to 300 subscribers, I would do a giveaway. And we are there. I'm a little bit over 300. So at the end of the video today, we will do a giveaway for Ghosty and Gourds by Hands On Design. You can make it into a little banner, and she gives all the directions for it. The directions are for if you use 32 count fabric or 16 count Aida. If you want to use a different count, you just have to adjust the directions for how to make it. So there it is. So Ghosty and Gourd. So we'll do that at the end of the cross stitch portion before I get into quilting. Hopefully I don't forget. Okay, so a little bit of a life update. So I've been on fall break this week. So I've been doing lots of stitching. Sorry, you probably hear her walking in. I gave them bones hoping they'd be quiet, but of course Hazel, the one, is done already. Hazel, come lay down. Lay down. So I was on fall break, so I did lots of stitching and quilting, and my husband and I went on a little bit of a road trip to see some friends, which I'll talk about a little more later because I got to stop at a couple stitching shops. And then what else did I do? Worked outside a little bit. So anyway, it was fun. So I have lots to show you. So I also want to tell you about, I don't know if I mentioned this, but I think I did. My oldest daughter got engaged in the summer. So we've been going through a little bit of drama with that. So she got engaged end of July, beginning of August, I guess. And a couple weeks after she got engaged, her ring broke. The whole top fell off of her ring. So her fiance had ordered it from an online company. I won't say the name, but we were not happy at all. They gave them a very, very hard time, or really still giving them a hard time. Finally, they agreed to return the ring, refund their money, and they're still waiting for that. That's supposed to come through next week, hopefully. And so anyway, she was so upset, as you can imagine, and she just felt like it. I don't know. This has been an awful year with the virus and just everything going on. She's been furloughed a couple times, from work, and then this happens, and she just felt like it ruined everything. So anyway, so there's been lots of drama, which I don't blame her. I would have been very upset too. So anyway, but she did go to a local jewelry store now that she knows she's going to get a refund here. Her and her fiance went to Shea & Company, and they were very, very happy. Awesome customer service, and they got a new ring. So they're just waiting to get the refund from the other awful place before they actually pick up the new ring. So hopefully, everybody pray, cross your fingers, that refund comes through, nothing goes wrong, and she's able to get her new ring soon, because I feel really bad. It's just something that should be just happy, ended up being full of drama as well. So anyway, that's kind of what we've been going on here. Other than that, I've just been home. Things with me have been fine. So anyway, let's see what's next. Okay, so let me go to finishes. So I have no fully finished, but I have some finished cross stitches. So let's see. Okay, I don't think I showed you this one last time. This is from By the Heart Needle Art by Wendy. It's their mini sampler, and I had to move, so I stuffed everything in the bag. Hold on a second. Let me find a little. Here it is. So it's the October mini sampler. And yeah, I did it on 18 count fabric, so it's a little bit smaller. And I want to do all the monthly ones, which I know I've said, but I'm trying to find something to put this on that I can change them all out. So I need to go and take that with me and find some kind of a cute little thing that I can finish this on. So that's one. And then I finally finished. I didn't even bring the paper for this one, but I've shown it so many times. My But First Coffee by Brenda Gervais is done. So this cup took forever, or it felt like forever because it's just all that cream, and it's not fun to stitch with cream or white, as everybody knows, because it just never looks as good. But I like how it came out. I like the cute little coffee cup and heart. So anyway, it's on a gray 32 count check, and I'm actually going to put it like right here by my coffee bars right here. And so I'm looking for a frame. I found one frame on Etsy I think I'm going to get for it, but I'm not sure yet. So that's that one. And then I think last time I told you Needlework Press offered a free chart. It was a Ruth Bader Ginsburg quote, so I finished that. So there it is. And I'll just read it to you. It says, "My mother told me to be a lady, and for her that meant be your own person, be independent. RBG." So I need to figure out what I'm going to do. I wanted to frame this, but so far I haven't been able to find a frame that fits. And I hate to send, it wasn't that much stitching. I hate to pay a ton to have a frame. So I might make it into a pillow. I don't know yet. So those are my 3 finishes. And then for whips, I worked on this one a lot and this one a lot in these last 2 weeks. Oh yeah, it's been 2 weeks since my last video. So those took up a lot of that 2 weeks. I worked a teeny bit more on my positivity rules. I think I just got the rainbow. I was hoping to get it all caught up, but I'm not. So I just got that little bit of rainbow done there. So I need to keep working on that. And then I worked on In My Garden by Blackbird Designs. So that was from, if you remember, the Sewing Club book. And I was working on the bottom area. I finished up the border in here, and then I was working on this flower. Not a lot. This had all been done. I was just coming over here. I finished this pot, and I did some on that flower. So that was a little bit of a sampler for September, which I'm going to talk more about later. I haven't done any real reproduction samplers yet, and so really I've been wanting to for a long time. But I kind of thought about it and kind of researched it during September, because I didn't actually do that many, but now I'm ready to do them. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. So that's really my only whips that weren't finished. I think, let me see. Hold on. Oh yes, no, there's one more. This is a new start. Okay, so we're gonna go to new starts. So hopefully my daughter's not watching this, because I don't know if she'd be thrilled that I told you about her engagement saga, but also I don't really want her to see this. So if you are watching this, go to stop right now. So anyway, I follow an Instagram person called Made by Michelle McGraw. I think she might have YouTube videos as well, or Floss Tube videos. But I saw this Frothy Threads Nutcracker, and my daughter Greta just loves nutcrackers. So her birthday's December, in beginning of December, so I really thought I'd love to make that for her birthday. Now, I know there's probably no way I'm going to get this done by her birthday, unless it's all I work on, and I don't think that's going to happen, so it may be next year. But I'm going to try for this year. So I started a very teeny start. I changed some of the colors a little bit. This yellow, I just thought it was too bright when I got, it came as a kit on this navy blue Ada, and then this really bright yellow Floss. I just thought it was a little too bright, and I know she doesn't really usually love bright colors. So I changed it to a golden color DMC. So actually, let me show you the flosses first. So they came on these floss cards. So these are most of the flosses. I changed out the red. The red was super bright, so I changed it to a darker DMC, which I don't remember the number right now, and I took it off of its thing. So I mean, I think I like those. And this is the color. I picked a lighter blue. It's looking gray, but it's a kind of a cornflower blue. And then this, I picked DMC 680 for the gold. Sorry. So that's what I started. I just started on this border. I always start up in the top left, so I just started right up here. So that's what I have started. A very small start, especially considering I'd like it to be done by December. But it's not gonna happen. But anyway, I'm gonna try. But yeah, I think it's so cute. So I'm using most of the flosses that came with it, except for the red and the yellow so far is what I've changed. And we'll see as I go along if I change anything else. So that is also a whip and a new start I'm working on. Let's get into Sampler September, because that's my next whip, really new start since I saw you. So I had said that I was going to start Jack's Bash by Plum Street Sampler, which I did. Sorry, I have a lot of notes. Last time I didn't do notes and I felt like I was all over the place. All right, so this is my project bag. That is the first one I had made. And I'm going to kind of use this one for samplers. But now I have 3 because I have 3 planned to start. Okay, so I do not have my threads on a thing yet. They're all just in a pile down here. Let me see if I can grab them. Okay. Okay, so I'm using mostly actually I think I'm using all DMCs. Yeah, I am. I'm using all DMCs, and I need to get them out of thing because they're all getting like bent in here. So here is a bunch of them. Okay, so it's called Jack's Bash, and these are the called for DMC colors. And then there's a few more that I haven't put on my thread drops yet. Okay, so those are the colors, and this is what the cover. Okay, so really cute. So it's basically a Halloween sampler. Jack's Bash. And this is what I have done. So basically I got the border all the way around, which is just super simple border, and I got the little hills on the side here where the flowers are gonna go. And then now I can just fill in grass. I thought I wanna get a lot of that grass filled in the beginning, because then I just don't wanna save it for the end, because I feel like it's gonna feel like it took forever. So I think I'm gonna do a bunch of the grass, and then I'll start doing these flowers on each side and work my way up and around like that, and then do the middle. That's the plan. So I'm going to keep working on this in Stitchtober. Okay, so that's really all I started for Sampler September. But I thought about it a lot and I researched a lot. So this is a year in October, a year I've been cross stitching. And I've watched all kinds of floss tubers that that do reproduction samplers. And I love them. And let me just see, I wrote down Brenda, the serial starter, of course. I mean, I love the walls she has behind them. I think it's Brenda's house. All samplers on that wall. And Saltbox Stitcher behind her, she has a wall of samplers. And they're gorgeous. So that's like what I would love to have. Going up my stairs, I have a big blank wall, and I thought, oh, a wall of samplers. It'll take me like till I die. But so I thought, well, what kind, there's so much work, what kind do I really like? So I was looking at all different patterns, and I had found on Kitten Stitcher, I had pinned a long time ago this pattern, and it's, I'm gonna pronounce it wrong, it's French. So what I found is I really love the French samplers. That's where I'm gonna start. So it's Reflets de Soie. Sure, I'm totally saying that wrong. I actually looked it up on Google and was practicing it, but now I've forgotten how to say it. So Reflets de Soie is the company, and this is Heloise Cornu 1896. Let me take it out of the plastic. And I have not seen anybody else ever do this, so I don't know if that just means I have really bad taste, but I love those pink flowers. Anybody who knows me knows I just love pink, and I do love bright colors, although I don't really like decorating with bright colors. But I'm drawn to them. So I was drawn to those pink flowers. They're so pretty. So I got this one from Kitten Stitcher. And here are, okay, so I had ordered this, and I had ordered a piece of fabric. But on her website, I couldn't find where it said the size of this. So I just ordered a piece of fabric I thought might fit. Well, I haven't done samplers before. This baby is huge. So I realized I was gonna have to try 40 count fabric or it was just gonna be too big. So let me see, how big is it? It is 283 by 320, which I don't know, maybe that's not huge to everybody, but to me that was huge. So I ordered a piece of 32 count and it was too small. So then I ordered the same thing in 40 count and I had to wait for it to come or I probably would have started it already. So from Kit and Stitcher, I got 40 count marbled bunny. So this is pretty like vintagey, creamy. Reminds me of like coffee cream color. I don't know. It's really, really pretty. And it's 40 count, but with those awesome readers I have, I looked at it and I can see it. I mean, I'm gonna have to do it in the daylight. This is not gonna be late night stitching, but I can see it, so I'm very excited. And then I got all the DMC flosses. I'm just gonna do DMC. It calls for silk or DMC. But I think they're so pretty. Look at those colors. I love that pink so much. I'm like a 5-year-old girl. I love pinks and purples and blues. I really love blues. Hazel, come here. She's getting ready to bark. So here they are in that fabric. Oh, another person I watch a lot is Nicole's Needlework. And I love, she does so many samplers. And I don't know if she has them up on the wall, but she should because they're all so beautiful. So anyway, that's the next one I'm gonna start. And I know this is gonna take me probably a long, long time. Behind me, she's got these claws and she's pausing me, Hazel, no. Okay, so that is the next sampler. I'm gonna start here very soon. And then I had this one for a long time. It is Brenda Gervais Sampler Hill. And it's this cute little house on a hill with some birds. And there's an alphabet in the hill. And I know I said before, I love alphabets. I guess it's the teacher in me. There's one up in my classroom we use every day. So, and then there's also a beehive up here, which I love beehives. And I just think it's really cute. So I'm actually got the called for fabric and floss, which usually I just try to use what I have. But so it calls for 32 count corn silk by Weeks. Yeah, I notice the colors aren't coming up great. But yeah, it's like a yellowy gold color. And then these are the flosses. And when I talk about my road trip to Tennessee, I will tell you the store I went to where I got most of these. I had a few, and so I took the pattern with me. And when we found this shop, I was like, oh my gosh, she had so many flosses. So I was able to get all the called for flosses. Well, except for avocado. I ordered avocado because you need 3 skeins of it, and I wanted the same dye lot, and she only had 1. But really pretty muted colors. I just love that. No, Hazel. So pretty. So that's the next sampler that I plan on starting. Now that's not a reproduction, that's just a regular sampler, but I think it's super pretty. And that is 32 count. This one's a little smaller. So those are my first samplers I've kitted up and ready to go. But then, let me just look at my notes, make sure I didn't forget anything. Okay, so I watch Kindred Stitcher a lot. I love her stuff, and she's so calm to listen to. And so she does French samplers, or she has done some. And I love all of the stuff that she does. It's beautiful. But she also does some quilts and that. She had shown some more patterns by this Reflet des Soirs, however you say it. From them. So it's a French company. So I had looked around, I couldn't find any in America, so I thought, well, I wonder if they have a website. So I went online, and sure enough, they have a website, and I was able to find the ones that Kindred Stitcher showed, and then a couple others that I like. So I ordered 3 or 4 patterns from there. But it's awesome because they have free shipping worldwide if you order over 38 euros, which is $43. So for $43, I got free shipping, and they're already on their way. So I'm super excited on that. So there will be more French samplers in my future, assuming that 40 count doesn't drive me crazy. Okay, so that I think is, yeah, that is all about Sampler September. So not a lot done, but a lot planned for. So hopefully next year I'll be more into it. So then Stitchtober. So I plan on doing Stitchtober. October is my favorite month. Halloween is my favorite holiday. I'm super excited that it's coming up. And so as you know, if you've watched my videos, I start tons of Halloween stuff. So I have a lot started and I have a lot kitted up. And so I thought I am just gonna kind of start them all in Stitchtober and then just work on them throughout the year some. So my plan is, I wrote in my planner to do, let's look. So I'm gonna have a new start on every Tuesday and Thursday in each week in October. So each Tuesday and Thursday I'll start a new Halloween or fall. And then each Monday, Wednesday, and Friday I'm gonna stitch on one of my Halloween fall whips. Honestly, they're all pretty much Halloween, not fall, but I do have some fall ones. So I have the last two Tuesday and Thursday in October, I don't have anything right now kitted up. So I could start just a fall pattern, especially because then that'll kind of take me into Thanksgiving. I know. Ooh, actually, I know what I'm gonna do. I have Tom Turkey by, oh, I'm blank. I'm really bad with names, so I feel bad, but I can't remember right now the name of the designer. Not Forgotten Farm. Tom Turkey. Lori Holt had showed it on her Stitchtober thing, and he is so cute. So I ordered him. So I think I will do him, start him my last week of October, and I can work on him until Thanksgiving. So that's the plan for Stitchtober. So I was just going to show you real quick the what I'm going to work on. What I'm going to start on those new bits. There's haul too. We have a little bit of haul. All right, let's see. All right, so my whips I'm going to be working on. Sure, I had them separated into whips and new stuff. Make sure I have it right. Yeah, and I think I don't have it planned out which one I'm going to do which day because I kind of like to just stitch what I feel like stitching. But I'll just pick one out and do a different one. So my whips are, remember, Rivera's Salem 1092. So I'll work on that one day. How long am I at? Okay, 22. So I have nothing different done. I just have the frames like I had last time and the one and Martha. The one girl Martha is there. So I will pull that and work on it one day. And then bobbing for pumpkins. And I just have the one witch done, which I showed in a different video. One of my last videos. I haven't worked on her this time at all, but there she is. I'll just show real quick for anybody new. I love her. She's so cute. Let's see. Okay, and then I had also started Cauldron Cleaner, the first of the Scary Apothecaries. And I'm doing this on smoky white 32 count linen. And I just almost done with that top banner. So I'll work on that one of those days. And then, I don't think I've shown this. I had started actually for Mania, Halloween Quaker. Mania is in May where it's called Stitch Mania and you stitch something new every day, or there's a million different ways you can do it. But I started Halloween Quaker on some gray Aida that I dyed. This is 16 count Aida, I believe. Actually, no, I think it's 18 count Aida. But, and then I have not gotten it out since the summer. Hey, no, Sadie. Come here. Sorry. Come here, Sadie. So this is what I have done on Halloween Quaker. I love that witch hat. This gave me a run for my money. So, anyway, but now I got it down. So that's another whip I will work on. Okay, so those are all my whips. Okay, so now here are my new starts. I think I have 6 of them. So that would take me to the 3rd week, so I need 2 new starts for the last week. So I was going to start Lori Holt stitch cards. And I do have I don't have a bunch for stitch cards. I have the winter set, and then I also have a couple of her other patterns that have ones that are the same size that you can interchange. So on Fat Quarter Shop Floss Tube, she showed they did it like in a 9x9. So they did 9 different little pictures. And they used, Hazel, no, come lay down. They used the same flosses, obviously, so they all go together for all of them. So here are the flosses. I love the purples. There's these 2 purples are so pretty. So just DMC, as you can see. Sorry. DMC floss. So she took from some of her other patterns to get in that 9 designs, and then used all these flosses so they all coordinate, and made, looks like a 9-patch quilt block is what I think of it as. So I don't know if I'm going to do that or if I'm going to make them separate. I'm not sure. And then remember I said if I finished But First Coffee, I could do Witch's Brew. So I'm going to start that, and I'm going to do the coffee cup first, so I don't have to worry about that. So this is that same checked fabric that I dyed with Rip Dye. Sorry. No. Come here, Hazel. Come here. That I dyed with Rip Dye. So I'm going to do it on that. It's a 32 count check. Come here. Hazel, come here. Hazel, come here. She's not listening to me. And here are the flosses that I'm going to use for that. They are not all called for. I don't think any of them are called for because I really didn't have hardly any of the called for colors. So I just pulled from my stash. So that is Witch's Brew. Hazel, that's a good girl. Come here, no working. And then I really want to make Stitching with the Housewives has all these Halloween ornaments, and in my cup they call them ornaments. So I really would like to start that. So I have them all in here, but there's just one of them, but there's like 4 or 5 of them, I guess. So I would like to start at least one of those. I'd love to get them all done this year, but I'm sure I won't. And I also would like to start her trick or treat. So I just have all the flosses in here for all of those, and we'll see what I get to. Here are the flosses. These are mostly hand dyed. Some of them are called for, some of them I didn't have the called for, so I just picked, so it's just kind of a mixture. Mixture of Classic Colorworks, Victorian Motto, and that. So that would be for my Stitching the Housewives one. And then Gable Stitcher a long time ago showed this, and she's finished hers. I haven't even started it. The Primitive Hair Spooky Countdown, which I really love. I think it's so cool. And she had added in a little purple to hers, so I am copying her because I love what she did. So here are my flosses for that. And I'm just going to do it, I think, on that like tea coffee dyed creamy linen. So I think I have a piece of white linen, and I think I'm just going to tea coffee dye it and use these DMC flosses. So yeah, so that's another one, and that's going to take a long time, I think. I don't know, it looks detailed. And then the last one I have picked out is a stitch along. I said I was going to start ages ago, and I never did. And now all the pieces are out, but it's the Frost and Pumpkin Stitchery Midnight Way. And you can get the whole pattern now. I think they sent out the last pattern, I'm pretty sure, but I never even started it. I kitted it up, but I didn't get started. So cute though. So here's it is on Whimsy Cashel, 28 count linen. It's a cute purple color. So you can tell I love purple for Halloween. And these are all the DMC flosses. There those are. Super pretty. Once again, love these purples and pinks with the oranges. So pretty. So those are my plans for Stitchtober. So we'll see in 2 weeks how much I've gotten done on that. And I plan to start these. I probably won't get much put in on them. I just plan to get them started so I can work on them then throughout the year. Okay, so I think we're down. Oh wait, I have one more here. Got the wrong place. I love this. Hands-on design. Let's talk autumn. Look, okay, this isn't Halloween. I have one not Halloween one, but I really love this. This would go by my front door. I have like a fake window that has teal around the outside. It's like teal wood around the outside, and there's a teal floss in this cup right here. And then I also have like a black mailbox below it, so I could hang this up above that black mailbox and next to my teal window, and it would be really cute. So here are the flosses, DMC again. There's this teal color, so pretty, and that green. No hazel. And I'm gonna do it on the Zweigart 32 count, like a charcoal gray. I forget the name of it, but it's a Zweigart 32 count. And it's what's called for. Well, it's the count. I think she uses a fabric by Stephanie's Fabric, which are hard to get. So yeah, so that is all of my Stitchtober. So now I'll go into haul a little bit, and then I will be done. What are we at? We're at 31. I was hoping to keep it under 30, but let's try to quick get this done. Okay, so my husband and I went to Tennessee a couple days ago to visit some old college friends, which was really fun. We haven't seen them in probably more than 20 years. I mean, he sees them online. They were in a fraternity together, and so they do every couple weeks they do a Friday happy hour, but I haven't seen them. So anyway, so we went up and visited them, and on the way home, there were a couple cross-stitch stores. One was Nashville Needleworks, and they were more needlepoint. No, Hazel? No, sorry. No, come here, Hazel. She sees, we live with the woods, like right behind you is the woods, and like squirrels, birds, everything makes her crazy. But if I open that door and let her out, it sounds like the hounds of hell. Like they are insanely loud. So anyway, I'm not gonna let her out. But so Nashville Needleworks was mostly needlepoint, but they had a lot of silk floss, which I have never tried yet, and I don't really want to try because they're really expensive, but they are beautiful. So I thought I'd get a variegated one and do like a Quaker or something. So this is water lilies, imported from Italy by Caron, C-A-R-O-N. I don't know. It's a silk variegated blue floss. It's a blue variegated silk floss. It's called Hudson Bay 281 is the number. But I thought that as like a Quaker on creamy or white fabric would be really pretty. So I got that at Nashville Needleworks. Oh, I just saw something I forgot. I'll go back for Stitchtober in a minute. Be quick. And then I don't know. Okay, I think it was like Murfreesboro, Tennessee. It was just right below Nashville. I apologize if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Don't let me forget this. So it was called the Country Cupboard, and they had super cute. She right outside of Nashville. And so she had this antique sampler reproduction of Mary Polly Atkinson, Franklin, Tennessee, March 4th, 1817. It's the Carter House sampler. So I thought that was cool. I could get a sampler that was historic for this Franklin, Tennessee town that we visited. So that is it. It's just a little one. It is, how big is it? 197 by 203. And there is some over one. I haven't done that yet, but okay. So anyway, I was excited about that. That's cute. And then I got, and this is where I'm hoping somebody out there can help me. I got, I love Lizzie Kate, and I love her mystery samplers. And there was a, Hazel, come here. There was the Very Scary mystery sampler. And she only had parts 1 and 2. Apparently there are 3 parts. And then I didn't realize how old this was. So I get home and I look it up, and I think this came out in 2012. So it's Very Scary Lizzie Kate mystery sampler. I need part 3. So if anybody knows where I can find part 3, let me know. I did email 123 Stitch, and I'm waiting to hear back if they have it available. I couldn't find it on their site, but I'd really like to stitch it, but I need to find it somewhere. So Mystery Sampler Club Very Scary Halloween. I have part 1 and part 2. So maybe someday I'll get to stitch it. And then also I actually got a 2014 Christmas Ornaments magazine she had there, because this had a lot of really cute ornaments in it. And then I had said I was going to start that Nutcracker sampler for my daughter. And my son's birthday is also in December, and I think I don't know if I've told you, but I've told you he's an aerospace engineer, and he lives in Huntsville, Alabama. And it's just a big space town. There's just a lot of aerospace work that goes on there. So, and he's really into rockets and going to Mars someday and all of that. So I found on Etsy this pattern. It is from the shop, and I want to tell you because she was great. So Flossy on Etsy. So Flossy. I'll put it down in the description box. But it is called Rockets of Human Space Travel. And it's all the rockets that we have sent into space, which I thought was so cool. So when I first saw it, it was right after the SpaceX rocket went off here in the spring. And she didn't have that one on there. It was just the Challenger was the last one. And so I emailed her and I was like, or I messaged her on Etsy, you know, could you do that pattern again and add the SpaceX, what is the name of it? He is gonna, Falcon, the SpaceX Falcon on there, because I would love to do that for him. He is super into SpaceX and all of that. So anyway, she did. She eventually got it all made up, and she messaged me back, and so I got it. And so I don't think this is going to take too long, so I really want to get started on it. So hopefully, I don't think he watches these. Hopefully he doesn't watch these. But yeah, so I want to start that. So that's something I got. And also, just off of Etsy, I had to get some threads. So I also got this Bank Creek Red. It's like a little Red Riding Hood. Our last name's Wolf. I'm Carolee Wolf, spelled like the animal wolf. I don't know why, so I love Little Red Riding Hood stuff. That's just a big bad wolf. So anyway, I always collect that. I will get the fabric with Little Red Riding Hood. And then this one was from Kathy Barrick, and I just thought it was really, oh, I know why. It's called 12 O'Clock. And it looks like a little sampler, but the reason I got it is because it says, Julia Brown, born the 10th of December at 12 o'clock at night. And my daughter Greta's birthday is the 12th of December. So I thought I would make it and put Greta Wolf, born December 10th. So I just thought that was cool. I needed to get up to $35 for free shipping, and that's why I saw that. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. So that is my haul. Yeah, that's it. So that is it for cross stitch. So the giveaway. So I have never done a giveaway before, obviously. So if you would just leave a comment below. First of all, in your comment, don't say anything about giveaway or anything like that. Apparently there's people who troll and try to just get free stuff. So we want it to go to a cross stitcher. So if you would like this, just leave a comment that says something about banner, has the word banner in it, because this is a Halloween banner. The series is called A Banner Year. So if you would just leave a comment that has the word banner in it, and then I will use the comment generator or whatever, I'll figure it out and do that for next time. And I'm starting school next week, but if I can pull myself together, I'll do another video next week and pick the winner for that, because I know it's Halloween, so it'd be nice to get that and get started before the end of October. So anyway, so yes, leave a comment that has the word banner in it, and I will pick a winner next time we are together. And thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate it, and I love chatting with everybody in comments. It's nice. So if you have any questions about anything I showed, feel free to leave a question in the comments. You will leave a comment for the giveaway. You will not say giveaway. Please subscribe and like this video. That would be great. And then, okay, I know. Then we'll get into quilting. So I have one more cross stitch thing to show. I also, for Stitchtober, actually restarted it, but Fright Night. And this is a stitch along. So we got the first part on October 1st by Fat Quarter Shop. And I decided to do it on purple. So let me take it off the frame. Sometimes I stitch in hand, a lot I do, and sometimes I use a frame. It just depends on how I'm feeling that day, how the fabric is behaving. Sometimes I think it's just easier to have the frame, and if I'm doing a lot in a long row stitching, I think it's easier to do stitching in hand, so it just depends. Okay, so here is what I have done. I love this purple. This is a 28 count flapper linen by Zweigart. All I know is it's by Zweigart because it has this orange. I'm not really sure the company otherwise, but I got it from Fire Poppies a while ago, and it's just big enough to do this. So I'm almost done with Halloween, and I had ordered the Floss pack from Fat Quarter Shop, so it's all Weeks Dye Works. There's 3 different oranges in that Halloween, and then there's a bunch of black. So I'm thinking one of these parts is going to be like a big haunted house or something. That's my guess. A big haunted house. We'll see. And then there's white. So those are the 3 colors in it. So I thought it looked really pretty on that purple. I think Kimberly from Fat Quarter Shop did it on gray. So yeah. So but I'm doing it on purple. All right, so that is all my cross stitch. So if you do not care about quilting, thank you so much for watching, and have a great couple weeks. Happy stitching. So I just have a little bit of quilting to show. Let's see here. So I have been working more on my Raven, and I'm not even going to really show what I've gotten done because it doesn't look any different. I have just been doing the machine applique around everything. So basically all these blocks are finished. And I am just like, yesterday and the day before, I did all the black. So I just went through each block and stitched around all the black. And I'm just doing a buttonhole stitch or a straight stitch, depending on the size of the applique. Yeah, so all those are finished being pieced. They're almost finished being stitched. So hopefully next time I talk to you, I'll have the whole thing put together. That would be great. I have to paper piece all these sashing and borders. So I'm not sure how long that will take. But so that I've been working on a lot. I've also been working on my simple sampler. I got all of these blocks that are going to have the applique on them, the wool applique. I got all those pieces cut out, so I have to sew those together. So that's what I've gotten done for that. So basically there are the blocks with the applique, and then there's just the piece star blocks. So that's what I'll cut out next. Shh, no girls, you're being good. So that's what I've been working on for the simple sampler. And then, so for plans coming up, I had showed this before, but I would like to get this pieced and quilted for this year. It's just a little table topper by Timeless Traditions Pumpkin Patch. We'll see. If I don't get to it, we'll do it for next year, but I would like to get that put together. And then I thought I would just show, since I have so many Halloween quilts, I thought this time and next time I'll just show a couple each. Well, first I have a partly finished thing. I made a table runner for my kitchen table out of just a whole bunch of Halloween charm packs that I had, and then some other fabric that I just had in my stash. Get it back up. So I just sewed a bunch of 5-inch charms together and then sewed a white and a black border around it. So that is my table runner that I need to get a backing for today and quilt. So I'm going to quilt that myself. And then this is a quilt I made last year. You can see I have the binding sewed on, but it's not stitched to the back yet. It's a bunch of witch hats, so I'll just kind of show it like that. And I put one little cauldron in there, and the rest are all witch hats. And it's just a variety of cream fabrics and Halloween fabrics for the witch hats. So this was a pattern by Melissa Mortensen of Polka Dot Chairs, her blog. So that's where you can get that pattern if you like it. This one, I don't know where you can get this pattern because I did it like 15, 20 years ago. It is a jack-o'-lantern quilt with like a crazy pieced border kind of. Oh, it's so big. Sorry, hard to show. So kind of there. You kind of see all the different jack-o'-lanterns because I hit the pots. Yeah, so it's pretty big. I have them both just folded on a quilt ladder that my husband made me in our front hallway. So that's where I put those. Because in this house, we have no like big areas of wall space. The only place we have really is in our bathroom. It's our powder room down here. So I have a big Halloween quilt hanging on the wall in there that I'll have to get down and show you sometime. So I think that is it for me this time. So thank you again for subscribing and liking my videos. So if you haven't, if you're new, welcome. And if you could subscribe below, that would be great. And otherwise, I have a lot to do and I have to start work on Monday, so we'll see what I get done, but hopefully a lot. So I hope everybody has a wonderful couple weeks. Get lots of stitching done. Take your dogs outside to play. Anyway, I'll see you in a couple of weeks. Bye.